Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. This one should be a quick and easy one. We're just going to have fun ranking the 4 zombie maps from World at War, and as you see there's a 5th, and this is exactly why I wanted to do this one after I made the last video I made, which I'm actually recording this right after I just recorded that one. So I'm going to be editing both these videos at once, but I'm going to be uploading them different days. But we also have the Roblox one that we did. So we're going to be rating every single map S to D, and since there's only going to be 5 of them, I'm also going to make sure like the ranking that they are on here, like I'm going to make sure if they're both and 2 things are both in an S tier, the one that's higher up in that S tier is going to be more left. So the further left in a row one is with multiple means that one is better. So let's go ahead and we're going to start off with the very first map we did, and that is going to be Nacht der Untoten. So this might be a little controversial, but I'm putting Nacht, at least right now, A tier. I had so much fun with Nacht, and I had more fun than I ever expected. It was hard, a very, dependent on the mystery box, which is the one thing I don't like about it, but it was hard, it was challenging, it was slow as well, which is another downside, but it was fun. It was, like I said, you needed to be smart, either a strategy with opening the doors, you had to be careful, the weapons were fun, like the flamethrower is only good on this map in my opinion, especially with how tight it is. It's just the barrels outside were good, and it's the very first map ever. There's nothing that you can say bad about this. So A tier for this, and I am happy with this placement. We'll see over time, maybe this will change, but as of right now, we're gonna put this in A tier, and we're going to quickly move on to the next map we did, which was Verrückt. Now, I won't lie, Verrückt is probably the longest, maybe it's now Darius, but I'm pretty sure it's still Verrückt, is the longest I had video footage wise to go through. I think I had 8 to 10 hours to go through, and I know I only posted like 40 minutes, but it was so hard. Verrückt was so much more challenging, but there was so much more. And as I said in that video, I think Verrückt has the potential to be the best multiplayer zombies map to come out. Granted, I haven't played any of the other ones yet, so this is just first game, first thoughts, first 4 maps. This definitely could and probably will change, but spawning on different sides, never seen that in any other Call of Duty. They added power, they didn't add any more new wonder weapons, which is fine. They didn't need to add any more new ones, but they added perks too. So they added perks, they added power at different sides. It was tight and hard and close, which was good. They added traps, like the electro ones you can do, had the cooldown. They had good weapons on the walls. Everything about Verrückt was just a step up from Nacht, and it was such a good map, and it was such a tight map in a way that's good. Like, it's basically just hallways except the spawning area, where you do need a multiplayer, which is kind of the vibe I feel they wanted to give, especially with spawning on 2 different sides. Verrückt was absolutely amazing, and I had so much fun, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put that in an S tier. All right, so this next one, Shimonuma, hands down my most favorite map, and probably the most I played off camera, and not on camera, because I definitely did not have as much video footage as I did on some of these other maps, but it is the most fun I had out of anyone. They had the perk machines spawning in different areas. They added the hellhounds, which very first time, they had the mystery box moving. They added the wonder waft to this map. So new mystery box, the dogs, zombies coming out of the ground, that was new. It was an open map, which I prefer more open ones. That's why when it comes to like Verrückt and it comes to Nacht der Untoten, it was more challenging because I'm not one that typically goes to maps like that. I'm more of these open ones like they had there. They had the wire, which slows you down, and It was so much fun. The zombies look cool. They had like poses that they were hitting, which they don't hit in any other map that I'm far as I'm aware of because they're like soldiers. Shimonuma was absolutely perfect in every way imaginable. And I know that's glaze, a lot of glaze. But genuinely, if I told someone to play World at War, I think this was the very first map I would tell them to try out and play. It had the radio messages, which you could interact with. It had, I forget his name, it's like MacGyver Kane or something. He was in the parachute, the dead body, which it was starting to build lore for the zombies. Like, I guess Varrock started lore too, but Shimonuma, best map on World at War in my personal favorite. There is no better place for it except S tier above Varrock. So right now, Varrock is, and it's going to be the best out of all the ones here. Varrock is the highest. Now, the next one, this might be a little bit of a hot take. We're on to Darius now. And Darius, honestly, and I'll say why after I put it here. I want to put it at the top of A tier. And there is a few reasons for this. It was fun. It added Pack-a-Punch for the very first time, which was fun. It also added the monkey bombs, which is nice to see. And it added its first ever Easter egg with Samantha. Even though it wasn't a main quest, it's just kind of like a side little fun thing to do. It's still the first thing ever of its kind. And it had a cool premise. You had the teleporters, which you connected, which I actually didn't use a teleporter in the video. Sorry for that. But it is going to be the top of 8. And here are the few reasons. First off, which I always said in the video, the one door over by Teleporter C by the mystery box where it always spawns practically. It always felt like opening that door up made your life harder. Opening up more of the map made it so much more difficult, I feel. Like if you kept certain door closed, it made it so much easier. But the thing is, you need to open those doors to get stuff like the Pack-a-Punch, which I get, you know, Pack-a-Punch is going to make it easier. So this is really sounding more like a skill issue thing more than anything. But it just felt like with more map open, should be easier. Maybe I should have been using the teleporters. That might have been more on me. But it felt more like you're getting a disadvantage for opening it up. Secondly, and this is also just a skill issue. It's just, I don't know how, but it just felt so much more harder than any other map here. I guess except for Varrock. Actually, no. I want to say it's probably the second easiest now that I think about it. Never mind, I take that one back. Let's just redact that information. But other than that, it was also super difficult to survive without alone. It's a very hard map to play alone. But the point is, where you need to get that Pack-a-Punch as soon as you can. I feel if you don't have the Pack-a-Punch or like a wonder weapon to carry you through, you are dying before round 10 unless you're really good at the game. I feel, again, this could just be me being bad, but I felt like I needed to get Pack-a-Punch or it was just gonna end round 9 or soon after. And even after you get Pack-a-Punch, it's just so hard to survive because, like I said, when you get those doors open, it makes it harder. You have nowhere you can really like train the zombies or keep them or like stay in a place to get them, and you can't really move because they're coming from everywhere. They're coming from above, they're jumping off fences, they're coming from the walls, they're coming from everywhere, where you don't really have a place that's safe once all those doors are open. And if you don't open the doors and you don't get the Pack-a-Punch, well, then you're not going to survive long after that anyways. But there is some huge plus sides to it. Number one, like I said, it had the Easter egg. It had the monkey bombs. And I did not expect to love the monkey bombs as much as I did. Those monkey bombs were so fun. I won't lie. Those monkey bombs came in clutch many times on camera and off camera. And I didn't think, like I said, I didn't think I was gonna like them. But on this map, they are perfect. They put those on the most perfect map for them. I don't think they would have been as good on any other of these maps, and they really did cook up with that distraction grenade as an idea. Making it the monkey bomb is such a smart idea, and I can only give praise to it. They again had the Wonder Waff, which is a amazing wonder weapon as long as the ray gun. So they had all three of those in one. Great wonder weapon layout. The mystery box was also changing in spots I liked. It was good. The teleporters were cool. The hardness was still a nice challenge at times, but overall, I think the challenge on Verruct was a nicer one than it was on Darius. So that's why it's actually under it in an A tier. I know that might be a hot take to put this under Shimanuma and Verruct, but that's just my honest opinion. As a solo player and playing these alone, this is how I feel. And I know I based Verruct off of multiplayer status without doing it, which is a little biased, but it's my tier list. I can say and do whatever I want. Now moving on to the last one, which is the Roblox Dairies that we did. This one, I'll put in a C tier. It was fun. It really was. And I don't want the C tier to undermine it, but one, it is just a copy of Call of Duty Zombies. So if you don't have the game, this is a fun way to experience the Giant. They had basically everything the same with the Wonder Waff, the monkey grenades, and the ray gun. And it was fun, but I would say it was a little too easy. I get it's Roblox, so maybe that's a little bit of a crazy complaint to have. Also, it felt really, really easy to get the wonder weapons, which I won't fully complain because it made my video so much easier and nicer to do every challenge like that because it had higher odds. But it did have its advantages, like the knife actually felt useful, a lot more useful than it ever did on World at War. Surviving was a lot easier solo, which I could appreciate. Opening up the map didn't feel as much as a challenge, or not challenge, but as much as a disadvantage as it did on World at War because it was easier. So overall, it was fun and it was good. And don't let the seed here make it seem like it was bad. It was fun. I recorded that video for a whole hour. I don't know how long the video is going to be because I haven't edited it yet, but I know it's not going to be probably longer than 20 minutes if I had to guess. So it was a fun map, and it's being compared to absolutely great, and I mean absolutely great maps. For their first time doing zombies, World at War really did something special and great, and I can appreciate it. And it gets me even more excited for Black Ops 1. I know this was a lot of talking and a lot of rambling, but this is the tier list. We have Shimanuma as the very best. Honestly, I would give Shimanuma even an S tier. Can I add a row above? Make that S plus. Where's the plus? S plus. Make it red. There we go. Oh, oops, I edited that one. Now we need to make this one S, sorry. And then go ahead and make this one S plus. Actually, make it blue, I like blue. All right, so I'm gonna put Shimanuma in S plus. This is the final ranking. We have Shimanuma as S plus. We have Verruct as S tier. We have Darius right below the Verruct, very close, is almost in S tier. I think if I did do this with friends, it would be a little higher into that S tier, but I did it alone, and that's what I gotta base it off of. And then we have Nocturne Troton as an A, which some people might find a little crazy to have it this high on any tier list, but honestly, go back, try it. It is challenging, it is fun. It's a little bit of a troll with that sniper for 150 in that cabinet, but I like it. And then there's the little troll map in C tier. So I hope you guys did enjoy this long rant of rating 5 maps. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video when we do the Black Ops 1 very first map. See you, boys.